Hello everyone, it is our Republic Studs, and today I want to be talking about something that may seem very outlandish, but is actually within an extremely reasonable realm of possibility. So, now this is a thing that none of us are used to, and I think it's going to be quite amazing. And this is the fact that we're going to see Legos clones be cheap. Now, you guys might think that's a bit absurd. You're like, what? Cheap Lego clones? I didn't know that could exist. But it will, which is awesome. So basically, what's happening is with the 501st Battle Pack, we are getting that for $30, which is an incredible value. You're getting roughly 6 minifigures, two of which are battle droids, 2 builds, and yeah. So, Solidbrick Studios did a thing touching on different ways to build your 501st Battle Pack, and like how many you should get and stuff. And I want to touch on like the fact that they will be so like cheap, because that is something we haven't heard of, and it's kind of mind blowing to me because I'm so used to paying like $8 for a 212, and that's generous. $12, seeing that's what it's going for the average clone, phase 2 at least. That's the cheapest you'll usually go. Luckily, I'm able to find some deals for used ones, but for brand new clones, that's unheard of. So basically, Solidbrick Studios, as well as many other YouTubers, have noticed how, okay, so let's say the build is worth about $10. Between both the builds, the bricks, if you part them out, sell them. $10. And then battle droids, they're each worth like 2, so then you're at 14. So let's just round up to 15. Let's say the build's 11, battle droids are each 2. Okay, so you're at $15. And then let's say $15 extra, you're going to divide it up, and that's going to be what the clones are worth, which is crazy. I was talking to my sponsor, Jonak Toys. You could use code RStuds for 5% off. And he was basically saying, like, he has, like, a certain estimate amount of money. He, like, buys the battle pack so that way he can make a profit. And with that amount, he's saying that he's basically going to need to make 40 off of each set and then divide it among, like, the thing. So that means that, like, let's say he's going to sell the parts or whatever, because I believe he has a Breitling store, I don't know. Let's say he sells the parts for about 10. Maybe even less. Let's say the parts go for about 8, which I doubt, so maybe we'll stick with 10. And then let's say the battle droids each go for 2 and 4. And then you're left with the clones, so you're going to be at, like, $15 essentially. I'm just going to say that, as I said earlier. And then once you divide up, you have 4 clone minifigures. And you're basically dividing that up amongst $15. So that means that the clones will be going anywhere from around $3 to $4, maybe 5. My going prediction is going to be about $5. At least maybe on his site. I'm not sure what it's going to be generally. But $5 for a Phase 2 clone just seems kind of unheard of. Like, this is going to be once they're mainstreamed. Because right now they're obviously not mainstreamed. They're going for like crazy amounts of money because everyone wants their hands on them right away. But once they're mainstream, give it like 3 months, 4 months, once they're out in the world. And like everyone has access to them, and they're not all out of stock or sold out. $3 to $4. That sounds insane. Like, for a clone? I mean, that's just absurd. That sounds absurd. And yeah. And for someone like me who's been monitoring all the clone markets on Instagram, for a used 212 trooper with a cracked torso, that's gonna run you about $10. So hearing $4 for a brand new clone would be insane. Now, I've been like thinking about it, and when you're going to buy, you're gonna want to get as many as you can throughout the year, because obviously, once the set is gone, and if there are no plans for them to have new like clone sets, which I doubt. I have a feeling they will see the tremendous success of the sales of this set, and we're going to be getting more Battle First clones or prequel sets. We will see a dramatic increase in price after 4 or 5 years after it's over. They're going to go back to being $12 per, but on the retail market. Now, this is going to be the part where I talk about how you're going to build the army, because is it smarter to go buy the set, for the full set, for the builds and everything, or is it smarter to go buy a bunch of them for $4 to $5 on Bricklink? Now, this is obviously at the personal preference and what works for you. So if you have like $18, and you can't afford to buy the set, but you can afford to pay the shipping and buy like 4 minifigures online, go for that. That totally works. That 100% better idea. Um, but if let's say you have like I don't know like $600 for whatever reason or $500, and you could spend infinite, you'd buy a bunch of the troopers or a bunch of the sets, and let's say you have the capacity to sell the sets or sell the droid and all other things that aren't clones. Um, let's say you have the capacity to do that. Now, I think that your better purchase option would definitely be, obviously the full set, because you're getting the sets, which I no doubt will guess that the set value will go up, like the builds. So if you get like let's say like 20 sets, and you or 21 sets, and you want to sell 20 of them, 20 of the builds because you're just not a big a fan of the builds, in like 4 years, 5 years, they will go up in price. Like the Swamp Speeders builds and like just certain builds from other battle packs already have gone up in price. Like I've seen the Swamp Speeder, the one from 2014, go for around $10. And the TH-130 Saber Tank, it's usually behind me. The Republic Fighter Tank, that's now going for $35, which is just mad. The 501st ATRT, if you want to just get the build, it's going for around $30, and just all these different prices, which is just it's kind of absurd. But yeah, so I have a feeling that the vehicles will definitely go up in price once a new wave of people come in, but they're too late to the cool gang, and yeah. So again, depending how Bad Batch turns out, there's another thing. This may be the last like Clone Wars wave or wave of sets we're ever gonna get ever, which is crazy to think about. And for a clone channel like mine, that's gonna stink. Hopefully it's not, but this may be like after the next year or two. It's I wouldn't be shocked if we didn't see it again, or at least no real like full on Clone Wars based on the Clone Wars sets. Like maybe it'll be like Clone Wars inspired vehicle like figures where it's like a mix, like Obi-Wan Clone Wars with his like chest plate. But yeah, so I just wanted to touch on the fact, because I was talking about it in a live stream, how it's like, whoa, these are gonna be cheap. Like, yeah, and that's just kind of absurd to me, because I'd never like that's how much a Clone Customs helmet will cost, $4, which I thought was pretty reasonable. And when you compare certain stuff, it's like crazy. A Clone Customs 501st Trooper will go for $30 after you pay shipping. It's gonna be about $31. And if you buy the 501st Battle Pack, that's $30. So it's crazy. It's gonna be interesting to see the new fluctuation in the market of how it's gonna be. I made a video called "The Impact of the 501st Battle Pack" a while back, where I touch on like how it's gonna affect the Lego market, and I kind of am like not sure how it's gonna do it. And I have a feeling that it's gonna give a surplus in. We're gonna have a lot of 501st Troopers out there, and they're gonna be expensive or not. They're gonna be cheap. I was like waiting to preface what I was gonna say, and yeah. My final word of advice is that if you are someone who wants to make some new money in the future, I'd recommend you buy maybe like 2, just to like stack in a shelf in a closet away somewhere. So that way when you're going to college, you have 2 $300 sets that you could sell. Because I have a feeling I wouldn't be shocked if they go for like 100 something bucks. Because like you'll see the 212 Battle Pack now is going for about 50, 60, which is just mind-boggling. Or other sets like that. But yeah, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to check out my sponsor, Jonak Toys, and use code RStuds for 5% off. We're trying to get some extra sales. We're going to do some more giveaways with him soon. And with that said, I hope you guys all enjoy. And I will see you all in the next one. Everyone, stay awesome. Peace out.